Heavy machinery shakes the earth as HOA workers dig a secret tunnel under Mirah's farmland. She stops, sensing the vibrations, eyes narrowing in shock and fury. The workers laugh, mocking her, unaware she is already planning her move. Her fists clench, mind racing, every second counts. If someone tried to steal your land in secret, would you strike back immediately or wait for the perfect moment? Mirah is in her mid-30s, a resilient and intelligent woman who has spent years building and maintaining her sprawling farmland. Every inch of the land is a reflection of her dedication and hard work. She is practical, grounded, and fiercely protective, understanding that her farm is not just property but her livelihood, her family heritage, and a symbol of personal independence. Her eyes constantly scan her surroundings, trained to detect anything unusual. The farm is serene on the surface, pastures stretch wide, cattle graze calmly, irrigation channels flow steadily, and wooden fences stand strong along the perimeter. Hidden among the trees and fence lines are discreet surveillance cameras, silently watching over every corner of her land, a quiet testament to her foresight and vigilance. The HOA members are arrogant and entitled, their confidence fueled by a belief that their social status and rules give them the right to act without consequence. They see Mirah's land as an opportunity, a chance to bend rules and dig secretly beneath her property, underestimating her awareness and intelligence. They operate with heavy machinery, laughing and shouting among themselves, oblivious to the fact that someone sharp, strategic, and patient is observing every move. Mirah notices subtle signs of disruption, small mounds of displaced soil, faint vibrations under her feet, and irregular patterns that hint at clandestine digging. Each anomaly heightens her focus, sharpening her mind as she begins to plan her response. The calm of the farm contrasts sharply with the tension building underground. The air feels heavier, charged with the threat of unseen danger. Birds scatter and the livestock sense unease, responding instinctively to the hidden disturbance. The audience can feel the looming confrontation as Mirah quietly positions herself, prepared to protect everything she has worked for. Every detail of the farm, every sound and shadow becomes part of her awareness, signaling that a battle for control, strategy, and justice is about to unfold. Mirah feels faint vibrations beneath her feet and notices fresh soil displaced near a section of her fence. Alarm spikes as she moves closer, her eyes narrowing with focus. Carefully she approaches, staying hidden behind trees and tall grass. There she sees it, a half-dug tunnel cutting under her land. Workers crouch with shovels and machinery, dirt flying with every strike. They argue loudly, mocking each other, and when they spot her, they sneer, claiming the HOA authority makes her powerless, that she has no right to interfere. Mirah does not panic. Instead, she studies them with sharp precision. She photographs the tunnel and each worker, noting their positions, mistakes, and the direction of their digging. Every movement, every misstep becomes information, a piece of the puzzle she will use to protect her land. Her heart pounds with outrage, but her mind is steady. She feels the weight of what is at stake. If they complete the tunnel, her property could be damaged, her livelihood threatened, and years of work undermined. The future of her farm and any expansion plans hang in the balance. As she observes, the audience feels her shock and simmering anger. They understand her protective instinct, the urgency to act yet the necessity to plan. She moves quietly, careful not to alert them fully, while documenting everything, readying herself for the moment she will strike back. The stakes rise with each passing second. The HOA workers are reckless, arrogant, and blind to the consequences. Mirah's resolve hardens. She knows she cannot let them continue. The audience is left with a question that builds suspense. Would you confront intruders directly in the moment, risking exposure, or would you gather evidence first, preparing a calculated response that ensures justice and protection of what is yours? Every heartbeat and sound in the scene signals tension, strategy, and impending action. Mirah moves with precision, quietly documenting every detail of the illegal operation. She takes photographs of the half-duped tunnel, marks measurements, and records audio of the workers' conversations. Each worker's position, every movement, and the direction of their digging is noted meticulously. Her eyes scan for structural weaknesses in the tunnel, potential hazards, and exit points the workers might use to escape accountability. Every detail is a piece of the puzzle she will use to protect her land. The HOA workers grow careless, laughing and joking as dirt flies from their shovels. They flaunt machinery, toss aside warnings, and taunt the landowner, convinced that no one can stop them. Their arrogance rises with each careless strike, their confidence blind to the fact that someone is watching and planning. Mirah remains calm, a silent observer amid the chaos. Her breathing is steady, her mind calculating. Subtle hints of her tactical expertise emerge. She notes how the tunnel walls are vulnerable, which sections are most unstable, and which workers are the least cautious. She observes patterns in their digging, anticipating their next moves, and mentally prepares for the moment she will take control of the situation. Nearby neighbors notice unusual activity, the rumble of machinery, dust in the air, but feel powerless to intervene. The tension grows, thick and almost tangible. Every second heightens the stakes, making the audience sense the storm building beneath the calm surface. The emotional intensity rises as viewers anticipate Mirah's next move, understanding that patience and strategy will soon turn the tables. Her silent planning, precise observation, and unwavering focus make it clear that the HOA has underestimated her completely. How far would you go to protect what is yours when the law seems absent? The question hangs in the air, gripping the audience as the tension escalates. The workers dig faster, more recklessly, their shovels striking deeper into the earth. Dirt flies, dust rises, and the tunnel walls tremble under their careless force. Soil shifts, instability grows, and the risk of collapse looms, making every second more dangerous. Stakes have never been higher. If the tunnel succeeds, Mirah's land, livelihood, and future projects could be irreversibly damaged. Mirah moves with purpose, positioning herself strategically around the site. Every step, every glance is calculated. She measures distances, notes weak points, and anticipates every possible move from the intruders. Her plan of action forms clearly in her mind, precise and unyielding. She is ready to act, but only on her terms, ensuring maximum control and minimum risk. A tense verbal confrontation begins. Mirah steps forward, her voice calm but firm, warning the workers of the consequences of their actions. They laugh at her, mock her, hurl insults, and dismiss her entirely. Their arrogance blinds them to the fact that they are being watched, recorded, and strategically assessed. The audience feels the tension reaching its peak. Every heartbeat counts. Will Mirah act legally, using her knowledge and evidence to stop them? The uncertainty grips the viewers, holding them on the edge of their seats. The HOA workers underestimate her completely. They do not know of her hidden cameras, her allies ready to intervene, or the meticulous planning that has been in motion since the first signs of tunneling. Every misstep they take brings them closer to exposure. Emotional intensity surges. The audience feels Mirah's determination, her protective instinct, and the simmering tension of injustice. Would you let someone destroy your life's work, or fight back with every tool, resource, and ounce of strategy at your disposal? Every moment pulses with suspense, anticipation, and the promise of an inevitable turning point. Mirah steps forward, holding clear evidence of the HOA illegal actions. She displays land surveys marking boundaries, security footage capturing every move of the workers, and legal notices proving her ownership and rights. The workers freeze, disbelief and panic flashing across their faces. Their confidence evaporates instantly. She shows meticulous preparation. Authorities are on standby, ready to intervene. Structural reports detailing the tunnel's instability are laid bare, highlighting the imminent danger of collapse. Cameras positioned discreetly have captured the entire operation, leaving no room for denial. Even the subtle presence of media adds pressure, hinting that exposure is inevitable. The HOA workers glance at one another, realizing their plan has been cornered. Arrogance crumbles into fear as they understand the full consequences of their reckless actions. Their previous mockery now feels foolish, their laughter silenced by the looming authority Mirah embodies. Tension rises sharply. The workers attempt to negotiate, pleading and bargaining, but Mirah's calm, unwavering authority dominates the scene. Every word she speaks carries weight, every movement calculated to reinforce her control. The balance of power has shifted entirely. Foreshadowing a dramatic collapse, the audience senses that the tunnel operation is doomed. Every moment stretches with suspense as the inevitability of justice becomes clear. The once brazen intruders are trapped in a web of their own making, exposed and powerless. Emotional resonance builds. Viewers feel anticipation tightening like a coil, sensing that justice is about to strike. Fear grips the antagonists as they realize there will be no escape. Every heartbeat is charged with the promise that the illegal tunnel will be stopped completely, and that the audacity of greed and arrogance will meet its reckoning. Mirah's calm, strategic dominance over the situation makes it undeniable. The moment of truth is near, and the collapse of the HOA secret operation is imminent. The audience is left on edge, waiting for the final, satisfying confrontation. HOA's operations come to an immediate halt. Heavy machinery stops mid-dig, dirt frozen in the air as panic spreads among the workers. Their confident sneers vanish, replaced by fear and disbelief. Mirah steps forward calmly, surveying the site with unwavering focus. Workers are escorted off the property by authorities, their attempts at negotiation ignored. The tunnel is sealed, collapse prevented, and the project officially declared illegal. Every inch of the farmland is checked and secured. Fences, soil, and irrigation systems are intact, leaving no threat or damage behind. Mirah ensures nothing is left to chance. The public exposure of the HOA audacity humbles them completely. Word spreads quickly and the community watches as their arrogance is dismantled. Audience satisfaction builds as the consequences for greed and entitlement become undeniable. Mirah addresses the workers and onlookers with calm but firm authority. Her words cut through the tension. Greed and arrogance always crumble when faced with vigilance and strategy. Every syllable reinforces her dominance and the triumph of justice over reckless ambition. The HOA credibility is destroyed. Their carefully hidden plan lies in ruins, and their reputation shattered. No one will underestimate the power of a determined landowner again. The humiliation they endure is complete in public, a cautionary tale of consequences for those who overstep their bounds. Audience emotions surge with relief and exhilaration. The tension built over the past scenes bursts into satisfaction. The land is safe, the injustice corrected, and Mirah stands victorious. Every detail of the confrontation and resolution reinforces the theme. Intelligence, strategy, and courage will always overcome greed and reckless audacity. The climax delivers dramatic, cinematic closure. Justice is served fully, and the landowner's triumph resonates as a powerful, unforgettable moment. Viewers feel the weight of accountability and the thrill of rightful victory. The farmland is calm and secure once again. Mirah walks the property, inspecting fences, soil, and irrigation, ensuring every corner is safe. Her vigilance is clear, every step measured and purposeful. The HOA faces legal consequences for their reckless and illegal action. The community watches, reflecting on the dangers of greed, arrogance, and abusing power. The lesson is clear. Courage, intelligence, and careful strategy always prevail over deceit and recklessness. Mirah's triumph reinforces the importance of planning, awareness, and standing firm to protect what is yours. Integrity and property cannot be taken lightly. If someone tried to steal what is yours, how far would you go to defend it? Every viewer is prompted to imagine the stakes, consider their own values, and feel the weight of Mirah's victory. Vigilance, resolve, and strategic action are the true shields against injustice.